Hey, back again. Joelthareplenisher What It Is show, episode 39. Can you believe it? 39 times? I've stretched this out so long. I mean, I feel almost bad because people make these every day. Like, can you imagine if you made this every day? And some people do it every day and they talk for hours. Like, I'm not saying that I couldn't talk for hours, but it would just become monotonous. But anyway, so this is episode 39 of the What It Is show, Joelthareplenisher What It Is show on Spreaker, also available upon iHeartRadio, also available on several other platforms. So, if you like what you hear, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. So today, I want to talk about 5G. And I put a little bit of pause in there to let you, gather your thoughts on that for a second, because people are like, ooh, this 5G, it's going to fry our brains out. It's going to do this, and it's going to do that. And I don't want to burst your bubble, but those so-called almost conspiracy theory type ideas are possible, but only in the hands of somebody who is meaning to do you harm. And the thing is, these people have not come up with this 5G to do you harm. They've come up with it, and I'll tell you honestly, they've come up with it to make money off you. But they've also come up with it to offer you a service that is probably superior to anything you've seen before. We're talking new technology. So, what they're worried about is if somebody were to basically... So these are radio frequencies that our tech devices are working off. They're running off a signal from these towers. And the only way that could be bad is if somebody upped the amperage to a degree that was so severe that it would just not be... It would have to be done out of malintent. So in order for these signals to reach such a high level, it would not be something that would be needed for everyday operation to successfully reach the amount of people they're trying to reach to be profitable. They would be, like I say, I'll say it one more time just because, they would be intentionally, maliciously broadcasting, and that would defeat the purpose, and it'd be pointless. So I guess what I'm saying is that most of the 5G paranoia, as you would say, because whether people are... Actually, it's almost fallen to the wayside as a news story, but the paranoia that's come with it, because it's actually already released. So if you're afraid of it, don't be. And I've said in previous episodes, don't ever live your life in fear. It's demeaning, it's degrading, it's belittling to yourself and to others to live as an example in fear, because people tend to see others as a mirror of themselves. And if you look around and you see a bunch of scared people, you may just objectify that in your own life, and that's something you don't want to do. Fear is a big control tactic, and you don't want to be controlled by fear, and you don't want to be controlled by separation. So, with some of this new technology, you have to embrace it and not be afraid of it, because these technological giants are not going to let your fear stop them. People tried to make this 5G not happen, but obviously it was unsuccessful, because right now, guess what? Go to your local phone store and see what's available. And by golly, they're expensive. So now that we've got 5G out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the police in this current climate that we live in. Should we be afraid of them? No. I mean, if you're doing something that they call a felony, then yeah, you should be afraid. Because as soon as you do something they call a felony, they think, well, it's not that they think, their procedure is to go with guns drawn and ready to make something happen. So, unless you're doing the felony crimes, you probably don't have to worry too much about them. They'll probably just tell you whatever they think you're doing wrong and let you go on your way. Maybe give you a little ticket. So, yeah, as long as you're a fairly upright citizen, I don't think the police are anything to worry about. So yeah, I guess the moral of the story is something that has come up in previous episodes of this What It Is show with Joel the Replenisher. And that is, don't live your life in fear. Don't let an invisible power control you. Now, this invisible power may exist, but it doesn't exist in your life all the time. So don't be afraid. Stand up for yourself. This has been Joel the Replenisher with the What It Is show, episode 39 on Spreaker, Spotify, and some other places as well. Thanks for listening. If you like what you hear, subscribe it, like it. If you don't have to listen again. Sorry. I just speak what I see. Alright then. So on that note, we're going to cut this one into the books, and off we go. Take it easy. Enjoy the journey.